What are you hoping to hear from President Biden? Because this is an administration that many would criticize in saying they've been out of touch with the region.
There has been this narrative out there for a while that the U.S. is out of the region and other parts of the world. I've never bought into that. I believe that where the relationships between Europe and the United States were not that good recently, what the Ukrainian-Russian conflict did is bring a very strong European-American alliance back. And I believe that the message that the President, one of the messages that he brings to the region is that count on the West, count on Europe and the United States, because we are going to be actively engaged, as he will have probably the same messages for the Americas and for Africa and for Asia.
Yeah. One of the things that folks in the United States are very much focused on, obviously, is the relationship between Israel and the rest of the Middle East. And we've seen the Israelis come out with a Middle East air defense alliance in the last few days. Is this something that Jordan is looking to be a part of in an effort to combat Iran?
Well, those are issues that are being discussed regionally. I think we want to look at the bigger picture. And one of the issues are based on regional projects. We want to see how inclusive we can be. And again, if I was in Iran looking at the regional projects and how a lot of this is moving towards the West, where's my part in that?
Yeah.
And so can we put political differences aside to do something right for the peoples of the region? And I think that's where we're heading more on these discussions.
Do you think we need a NATO for the Middle East?
So NATO's can be complicated if you don't understand what the charter is and what the mission statement is. I believe you can build a NATO with like-minded countries, and that's something that I've always believed in. We in Jordan have a rapid deployment force. We work actively with NATO all over the world, have been for ages. The relationship with NATO from a Jordanian perspective is actually we're partners. And I'd like to see more countries in the area come into that mix. But we've got to very clearly define what is our role. That relationship with NATO is extremely special. We are fighting shoulder to shoulder and have been for decades. And I would be one of the first people that would endorse a Middle East NATO, but the linkages to the rest of the world and how we fit in. So the mission statement has to be very, very clear. Otherwise, it confuses everybody.